Or are you stuck?
I'm still working on. Oh, there we go. Okay,
hey.
Now we're up on YouTube.
Good morning, YouTube. All right, so if you have requests, Clay is here. Let him know what you want to work on. I know I saw my friend Celeste was having some hamstring tweakies, so it made me think of opening the front of our hips, but let me know what you want to work on. What else do I have going on? That's about it. Right now, I don't think we need any props, but if you do feel that that's something you might benefit from, no matter what we do, grab a harness or whatever cans and whatever else pillows you have. And then I'll wait for you guys to let me know what you'd like to do today, and then I'll have you lie down, getting ready for our class. So you're going to start by lying on your back. You're going to bend the knees first and place the feet on the floor and just kind of get yourself snuggled in and comfortable. And then if you are somebody with a tender back, you can leave the knees bent and you're going to bring your knees together, okay, and your feet a little wider than your hips. So you're having the knees a butt. And then just let the arms come down and rest. So again, gentle, for those with tender backs, this is the perfect way to lie down, knees together, feet a little wider. Or if you're just happy where you are and your back is cooperating at the moment, just find yourself comfortable lying down, palms up, eyes closed if you can. If you don't want to close your eyes, find a point at which to gaze. That's actually called a drishti. Some people call it dristi. And just find that point and soften the gaze, almost like you're looking in the woods waiting to see something move. So you're not looking at something specific. It's a soft gaze at nothing in particular. And then just check in on your breath. Is your breath coming? What rises first? The ribs, the chest, the belly? Where is the breath coming from? And don't need to change it. Just kind of check out where your body is, where your breath is. I think that's the hardest part to do, frankly, without changing. And then start to deepen the breath. So as you inhale, your belly expands. And as you exhale, belly just relaxes. Just continue trying to find that deep breath. Nice and slow inhale and exhale. Chin should not lift. It should not be stressful. It should be very easeful, peaceful breath.
Nothing yet.
Okay. Excuse me. Inhale so the belly rises, and then your ribs expand, softens. So it's belly, ribs, exhaling ribs in the lungs. Three more, just like that, that two-part breath. Everybody exhaling. Inhale, belly expands, ribs expand, and then let the collarbone rise. So you're not lifting up through the head as you breathe. So this is a really soft three-part belly, ribs, and then belly. And do about three more of those. give yourself one more of that 3-part breath. Clay says you guys just want to plank all day. Is Clay telling the truth or is he lying?
For burpees.
No, we're not doing burpees. So bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and then pull your knees into your chest. Both knees, each hand, and then roll yourself up into a nice ball, nice tuck. Couple of breaths here. Feel the band as you inhale and exhale. And then on an exhale, grab onto this right leg, lengthen the left leg long, and keep this right leg into your chest. Left inner thigh tries to reach to the ground as the left toes reach towards you. And just pull this right thigh in. If it pinches, don't go as deep. Be mindful of what your body's up to. 2 breaths here. Okay, I might have lied. Maybe more than 2 breaths. One more good breath. Really feel the left leg lengthen and drop to the earth, pressing the thigh. Right knee hugs in. And then interlace your hands behind the right thigh or use that harness or belt or whatever you have and lengthen the left leg to the sky. Allow yourself to adjust. So if you notice, I don't have a lot of flexibility here. There's some people who can come way farther over, but I want you to make sure this left leg is still grounded and long. Toes pointing towards you. Back is in neutral. And just a gentle lengthening through the hamstring. It's early and we're just starting to move. A couple more breaths. Let that leg open naturally. One more good breath. And then I want you to come all the way over. This right leg comes over. Right arm reaches long, okay? And then left leg is still long as well. Head can look to the right, center, or if you want to have it to the left, have it to the left. But I want a little bit of stretch and a lot of comfort. If you're somebody who wants to lengthen through that side body, take your right hand and just kind of draw the hip away from the rib. Nice, easy breaths. Pull the belly in a little bit, get rid of that tilt in the pelvis. 2 more breaths. If you're somebody who wants to, you can try to straighten that right leg and get a little more length in the leg. You can always bend it a little bit too. Don't go into dis-ease or discomfort. On your exhale, bend that right knee, come back to your center, pull both knees in and curl up. As you exhale, hanging onto this left knee, straighten that right leg. Pull the left knee in, and once again, this right leg is grounding. So I'm trying to think about my inner right thigh coming into the ground. And because I'm doing that, my knee and my toes face up. And then I'm going to hug this left knee to my chest. And I'm not arching, I'm not curling, my spine is in neutral. And if this knee needs to be farther away from my chest, that's fine. Okay? Let the pose come into your body. Don't crank your body into the pose. So create it for your body. Breathing in and out through the nose. Hang out with me a little longer right here. One more breath. Then you're going to take hands, interlace them behind that left thigh and straighten the leg. Remember, your leg could have come a little bit away from the chest, So readjust this right thigh. Right thigh reaches to the ground. And then I find my sweet spot, or that nice length where I get a yummy stretch in the back of my leg. I don't want the stretch behind my knee. If you've got it behind your knee, you're going to come a little forward or bend your knee a little bit. If you are somebody with really tight calves, you're going to bend the leg a little bit and then pull a little deeper, because I really would like this in the belly, so not in the sit bones and not behind the knee. And then I'm going to be quiet. Let the chin come to neutral. Nice, relaxed stretch. Couple more breaths, please. Notice as we lie here for a little bit, you'll start to see or feel, more than see, your muscles start to lengthen. You can go a little deeper into the pose without shoving into it. From here now, you're going to take that right hand, grab to the outside of the left thigh and bend that left knee, and you're going to come back into that twist. In this twist, left arm can reach out, correct? If you want a little more length in that hip, take that left hand and push the left hip away from you, right? And long arm again if you want to, otherwise stay where you want. Nice, easy stretch. Pull the belly button in so you don't have a lot of arch in that lower back. Has your right leg become overly relaxed? Try to engage it. Couple more breaths, please. Maybe 3 or 4. One more good breath, please. On your next exhale, come back to center, tuck the knees in again, and then inhale, pause. Exhale over to your left side or right side or whatever, and push yourself up into your tabletop. In your tabletop, make sure the knees line up with the hips, shoulder width apart, and try to get the shoulder in line with the wrist. Fingertips spread wide. We're just going to come into an easy cat-cow. On an exhale, you're going to initiate the movement from the tailbone, exhaling around the back, slowly, all the way up, arms straight, tuck the chin. Inhale, scoop and lift. Exhale, start with that tailbone again, rounding. Inhale, scoop that tailbone, lift. Exhale, round through the tailbone, slowly, 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 articulating curl. And then one more time, open it up. And then exhale, come to your child's pose. In your child's pose, your right arm is going to reach over to on top of your left hand, and this right hip is going to pull back. And I'm just trying to ease a little bit of length into the side body of mine, and if I want to, I may reach this right arm even a little farther. And I want you to focus also on reaching through that right pinky, so you feel elongation all the way through the outside of the right arm. So as you imagine that right pinky lengthening and pull that right hip back, you get a little juice in the action. One more breath, please. Inhale, come back to center, right? Readjust the hands. Then as you exhale, this left hand's now going to reach on top of the right or past it. And again, you're reaching through that left pinky side of the arm, initiating from the armpit and reach. A really nice lateral line, and then pull that left hip back, let the chest relax as you continue to reach through that pinky and pull the hip in the opposing direction. Keep reaching. One more breath. Oof. Nice. And inhale, come back to center. Take a look at your hands. I want the arms wider than or as wide as your shoulders. Shift your weight forward, tuck the toes under, sit back on the heels and come to that first down dog. Station in the pinkies reaching forward. 2 breaths here. And then bend the right knee, let that left heel drop down. And once you get that stretch sensation in the left heel, reach through those pinkies. Feel that whole side of the arms stretch. Drop the heel, hip creases back, pause. Straightening both legs, feel the hip creases reach back. As you reach the hip creases back, reach the ribs or the hips away from the ribs and reach through the pinky side again, getting this yummy, yummy stretch all the way through the side body. One more good breath. Then exhale, bend both knees, prepare, and then on an inhale, step to the front of your mat, come into a forward fold. As I adjust my shirt. In your forward fold, take a look at your feet. Are your heels lined up with the toes and are you forward along with the front of the mat? Let the hands come into the elbow crease. So I want you to think now about pulling this rib away from the hip. So as you come into a forward fold, it's almost, instead of coming here, right, and rounding through my back, I'm going to lengthen the ribs almost to the thigh and floor. And it's an imaginary thing. You don't have to make it happen. 2 more breaths. Once again, hamstring sensation should be in the meat, not behind the knee or the sit bones. Please bend your knees if you need to. I just want to play with the spine. So 1 more breath here, hanging out with the spine. Be mindful of sensation. Exhale, bend the knees, press into the feet, roll up, inhaling 1 vertebra at a time. Arms are going to reach overhead. As they reach overhead, this left hand is going to grab the right hand or wrist, press into the right foot, and dip over to your left. Now in doing this, I want you to imagine there's this big ball, so you're going to lift up and over. So I'm not letting the ribs dump onto the hip. Nice and long. And then from there, if it feels good, rotate to the ceiling. Breathe. Hips stay squared. Head relaxed. Right foot presses as the right arm reaches. Up and over. Inhale back to center. Switching hands, right hand's going to grab that left wrist, find your length, press into the left foot, arch over. Up and over. Think about, reach through that pinky of the left hand. And then feel free to rotate to the sky. A couple of breaths. Press into the left foot, lengthen. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step to a plank. And in this plank, find the heels reaching back in space. Tuck the tailbone ever so slightly or lift the pubic bone and lengthen through the spine. Exhale all the way down onto the belly. Tuck the toes or flatten the toes. Inhale, cobra. Press the hips down. Lengthen through the little toes. Exhale, release. Come back up, your down dog. In the high lunge, arms reach overhead. And then again, in this high lunge, right arm reaches away from the hips, pulling the ribs in. So lengthen through that side body, reach through the pinkies. Through those pinkies. Exhale, ankle alignment, and then come on up to your high lunge. High lunge, first set up that base. Lift through the pubic bone, reach the arms up. And this time I want your palms to reach to the back of the room. So rotate. And then reach through that pinky as you drop the shoulders. Reach, reach. Finger spread. Couple more breaths. One more breath, please. Okay, I like one more after that. Exhale, hands down. Choosing inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog, or go through your flow. Inhale, right leg prepares after. I want you to put your hands by your sides and spread the fingertips, so jazz hands, right? And then lift them up, reaching through the fingers, especially that pinky again. Press into the outside of the left foot. Lengthen. One more breath. Good. Exhale, hands down. Gently step to your down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg steps into the low lunge. Inhale up to your warrior two legs. Okay? Knee and ankle need to line up. Heel and back arch. And then again, arms are going to point up. So my palms are up. And this time, inhale. Reach all the way overhead. Reach through the pinkies. Press into the outside of the foot. And then exhale. Whoosh, traditional warrior two. Still reaching, reaching, reaching through the pinkies. So really playing with this inner line. Couple more breaths. Are you lifting up? Exhale, hands down. Inhale. On an inhale, right leg prepares. Exhale, right leg steps in a low lunge. And this time, right hip drives back. Left heel drives back. Spine reaches long as you reach both hands long. So lift the belly off the thigh. Okay. Looking down at the ground like I'm reading a book. Press firmly into the feet. Don't dump into those joints. 2 more breaths. Lengthen in opposing directions. Exhale, hands down. Down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. And as you exhale, left leg, low lunge. I like to widen this back foot because I like stability. So feel free to find that width that you need. Lengthen the hips back. Lengthen the spine forward. Reach the arms forward. Pause. So I really want you to think tractioning the spine. Lengthening through the side body. 2 more breaths, maybe 3. Reading that book, tucking the chin. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog or flow. Nice. Pause. On an inhale, prepare your right leg, and as you exhale, right leg's going to step in a low lunge. Root the left back foot, and then come up to your warrior one. In your warrior one legs, okay, I want you to reach the arms out. So nice and out. And then draw them back. Palms up, right? And then, actually I don't like palms up. So palms facing each other, then bring the arms up. When you're here, I want you to reach through the pinkies and pull the belly in. If you want to play a little more, interlace the fingers, index fingers or pointer fingers straight. Breathe. Reach the arms up, pull the ribs in, lengthen through that side body. Press into the back outside foot. 2, 3 more breaths. So this should give you a bit of heat. Reach. Exhale, hands down. You're down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Walk that right foot out if you need to, coming into your warrior one. Feet. Right hip draws forward. Pull up the pubic bone and then reach the arms up. Take a look at them. You're going to interlace your fingers. Index finger straightens, right? Push the palms together. Reach the arms long and pause. So you're really working hard here. You're focusing on grounding through the feet and at the same time lengthening through the body and the arms. Press the palms together. Feel the length in the arms. One more good breath. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, plank. On that exhale, go through your flow or go to down dog. On an inhale, your right leg prepares. And as you exhale, right leg's going to step in that low lunge. And then inhale up, warrior two. So in your warrior two, we've been here once before, I want you to reach this right arm out, pull the right hip back. We're just going to come into a gentle side angle. So reaching, pressing into the outside back foot. Right arm's going to come down and rotate the ribs, then swing that left hand up. So in doing so, I want you to think about lengthening from the outside of the left ankle, all the way up through the body. So when you collapse, right, you're not going to get the length you want. Ribs are reaching away from hips on both sides. Breathe. One more good breath. Press into the back foot, lengthen through the fingers. Nice. Exhale, looking down, hands come down, sweet step back, down dog. On your inhale, left leg prepares, and as you exhale, left leg low lunge. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2 feet, right? Heel, arch, knee, ankle. Going backwards. Okay. Reach that left arm out, right, your left hip draws back, and in doing so, this knee needs to come a little bit deeper into the lunge. Reach, come forward, pulling ribs away from hips. Left arm down, right arm swims up. Press into the outside right foot. Breathe. Stay with me, couple breaths. One more good breath. Nice. Inhale, back to your warrior two. Exhale, hands down, inhale, plank. Exhale, go through a flow or down dog. On an inhale, right leg prepares, and as you exhale, right leg low lunge, come up to your warrior 2 feet, bind it, left arm reaches down, right arm up and over. So we're still coming into the stretch of the side body, but again, I want you to imagine lifting up and over that left side. Okay, if you need to soften that stretch, do so. Pause and hold for a few breaths. warrior two. Exhale, hands down, your down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. And as you exhale, left leg low lunge. Find it, that alignment. Inhale, warrior two. Right arm comes down, left reaches up. So I'm trying to lift out of this hip socket while I drop the thigh bone at the same time. And reach. Strong in the feet, up and over, finding that traction, that length. Don't go anywhere. Up and over. 2 more breaths, maybe 3. I don't know. Inhale to your warrior two. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, plank, meet chin down dog. In lunge, come up to warrior two, feet. And then from here, imagine you're sliding this right heel back in space and straighten that right leg. From here, actually reach the right arm forward. Only go as far as feels good. We're going to go into Trikonasana. So I really want this right hip. It's almost as if you're going to create a sandwich. So take that right hand, okay? Put it in the crease of the hip. So here's my hip and my thigh. And I'm going to push into this crease, almost like I'm making a sandwich, right? Press into the back leg. Ribs reach away from the hip, right arm down, left arm up. So in doing this, I'm focusing on pressing into the outside of my left leg, so I'm sturdy. If I give out on this, my balance and that whole base goes. If you want to find deeper length, take that left hand, palm facing back to your to the front of your mat. Breathe. Stay strong in the feet. Reach to that pinky again. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, your hands come down. Step to your down dog. On an inhale, your left leg prepares. And exhale, left leg steps in the low lunge. Once again, warrior two, feet. Right? Really find that foundation in the outside of the right foot. I tend to pop my right heel out, so I have a little bit of an angle. Press into that heel. So I'm trying to find traction as I push this hip space back and my spine reaches long. When you find where you're happy without rounding, right, because you want to keep that length in the side body, left hand reaches down, right arm can reach up. Keep pressing into that side body. I'm going to choose not to lift this arm up because I'm trying to protect something that I'm healing. It's getting better. Bonus. Couple of breaths. So you go as deep as you can. Right arm can come up or it can reach over, right, if you want this length. Keep that foundation. Couple of breaths. One more good breath. Exhale, really feel that side, or grab onto the outside of your mat. Bend your knees, take the hips back, and reach the arms away from you, almost pulling the mat apart, okay? And then straighten the legs, feel the hips reach back, pull the mat away from you. Breathe. Reach the ribs. Inhale. Oof. Come back to normal or traditional. Adjust the hands, adjust the legs. Inhale, prepare the right leg. Exhale, right leg, low lunge. Inhale, back to your warrior one. Okay, and we're going to start playing with the revolve. If I try to line up heel to heel, I am not squared. I'm facing this way. I want my hips towards y'all. So I'm going to take my left leg wider. Okay, and now I have this great foundation and my hips are squared for the most part, and I'm not torquing the back so much. So feel free to adjust the feet. And I just want to think about squaring the hips. Press into the right foot and reach forward. Press into the feet. And as you press into the feet, feel the right hip draw back and your left hip draw back. So try to keep them aligned as you reach through that left pinky. My right arm is staying on my right hip. Really fire it up. Feel that whole core, that whole length. Couple more breaths. Coming at you. This should feel okay. You shouldn't feel pain in the lower back. If you do, let's get you up and out of it a little bit. Oof, getting out is kind of hard. One more breath if you're still here. And then hands come to the hips, bend that front knee. Come up back to your Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot, step back, down dog. Reach through the pinkies, hip creases back. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Remember, we're coming into it again. So come up to that traditional heel to heel alignment. Press into the back foot and come on up. So traditional Virabhadrasana 1. Once again, my hips, if I had pointers, I'd be shooting out into my kitchen. Okay? But I want them shooting towards you and out the sliding glass door. So I'm going to take my foot wider, right? And check it out. Much better. Not perfect. I'm more towards my tree, but it's better. All right? Press into that left heel. Straighten the left leg. Press into the outside of the right foot. And imagine this right thigh wants to spiral to the sky. Right hand, right hip. Left hand, left hip. Right arm reaches. Nice. Take the hip creases back. So I need to pull my right hip forward, left hip back again so I can keep this nice and plumb, and I'm going to reach. Breathe, breathe. Pull the ribs in, pull the belly in. Find yourself strong and buoyant. A couple weeks ago we did the where we felt that lower core fire. Maybe that was last week. I want you to find that so you can find that girdle. Press into the feet, hang out, 2 or 3 more breaths. Reach through the pinky. Nice. Release. Bend the knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale to your plank. Go through flow or hang out in down dog. Allow me to. Nice. Pause for a moment. Grab something to drink. Cheers. And we're going to come into that traditional Paricha Trikonasana. If you know you need a little assistance and you have a toy with you, like your water bottle, all right, I'm going to use my water bottle, or, I don't know, a can of peanut butter, right? I love peanut butter. Put it towards the front of your mat. Okay, we're going to start with our right leg. So you should put your water bottle or whatever towards the outside front of the right side of your mat. So reach through the pinkies, feel the hips come back in space and pull the ribs in. So it's really easy to reach and dump into the ribs, but we're not getting anything out of this but dumping into the shoulder girdle. So pull the ribs in, take the hip creases back, and reach through the pinkies. Inhale, right leg prepares. Exhale, low lunge. Walk that left foot out if you need to. So we really want the squared hips and come up. Now, if you're going to use an assistant, move it so it's right near your ankle. All right? So I've got a parallel with my right hand, right hip. Left hand reaches forward. So we did this before. So we're really going to reach into that outside foot as we come forward. Only come as far forward as feels good, keeping the side body long. This left hand is going to either reach over to that water bottle, okay, or whatever else you have, or to the outside of the leg. From here, it's really easy to round, so I want you now to lengthen the hips back, spine forward, and then rotate. I am letting my left hip come with me a bit, and that's okay today. I want to think about lengthening the hip, though, away from the rib. Right arm can reach up. Press, press. This is a gnarly little pose, and I like it because it almost hits everything. It's a very efficient pose. Take that right hip back in space. Shake it. Reach through the fingers again. Hips back, ribs in. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, low lunge. Get that water bottle. Walk the right foot wide. Hands on the hips, come on up. Make sure those hips are squared. And then recommit to the outside of the right foot. Boom. Inner right thighs reaching back. Front heel presses as you lengthen. Left hand, left hip, right arm reaches out. Length. As I reach forward, I pull my left hip back in space. Find the sweet spot and feel free to use this yummy little prop or hand comes to the outside. Now as I've done this, I've let go of some of the length in my body, so I'm going to lengthen again. I'm pulling in opposing directions, and then I'm going to twist. And I am letting this hip start to point down towards the opposite ankle, but that's okay. So instead of trying to keep it pulled, I'm letting it roll. Hips are reaching back though. Only if it's comfortable. Press into the back foot. Such an efficient pose. One more good breath. Woohoo! Exhale, bend in that front leg, hands down. Inhale, plank. Go through a flow. Pause in child's pose or in down. Child's pose. Come back to your down dog. On an inhale, bend both knees. So we're going to come to seated. So get here how you want to. This is my cue. Inhale, bend both knees. Prepare. Exhale, hop, skip, jump, front of your mat. Your forward fold. Okay. And then from here, come into a little bit of a V. So maybe 90 degrees. Maybe. Don't go too wide. Take this is going to be your left leg. And bend the left leg so that the heel is not in the groin, but it's kind of close and aligns with it. Right foot, reach forward. And in reaching forward, just let the hands come as wide as you want, no longer efforting through the fingers, letting the shoulders rest on the back. So this is a nice way to stretch the inner thigh or your adductors without, if you've got one that's a little different than the other, you can find the sweet spot in each one without hurting. Sit bones stay down. Down. A couple more breaths right here. Is Vaughn on? Vaughn, if you're there, my toes miss you. Not as much as I do, though. She might not be, but I'm thinking of her. So switch. Okay, still at a 90 degrees. Now your right foot comes in towards your groin, but it's not hammered against the groin. Left leg is long, right? Come as far forward as you can. Do not find pain. Chest on the ground, as long as your spine is long, go for it. Find where you can go without dis-ease or discomfort. Pain stinks. It'll ruin a good sunny day. Slowly let that leg open. Sit bones stay down. Couple more breaths, please. walk yourself back in. Nice. Bend the knees. Find yourself lying flat on the ground with your spine, knees still bent. Okay. Think about lengthening through the front body. We're going to think about almost having the ability to stretch through our thighs. So press into your heels, or whatever, or cough, so you can tighten up that girdle. Fingertips are actually, hands are going to be across the chest. I just want you to lift up. So I'm not popping through the chest. I'm finding this nice pelvic stability. And then I want you to squeeze the glutes and reach through the thighs, almost like I'm pulling them. And then scrub the heels back towards you. You can feel this nice hamstring action. Breathe. So slide the heels towards you, lengthen through the thighs, pull the pubic bone up. Couple more breaths. Hello, hamstrings. Slowly round the back. Articulate down one vertebra at a time. Nice. Cross your right thigh over your left. And then walk this left foot a little wider and come into a twist. Am I going to twist this way? Yes, I do. So I'm going to twist to my left. Right thigh on top of my left thigh. I'm twisting to my left so I can get a little bit of a stretch in my bum. If I want a bigger stretch, I bring my knees closer to me, right? So I can get a nice pull and just relax. So we're doing, we're multitasking. We're twisting and getting into the glute muscles. Hang out and breathe, team. Couple more breaths, please. Enjoying that length. Letting everything release. Whew. Take that right thigh, put it on top of the left, and then come back up. Nice. Left leg now crosses the right like you're at a tea party. And then walk this, I'm taking my right foot and walking it towards the outside, and then I'm going to come into a twist. That's pretty quiet so far, but not now, I guess. So in this twist, once again, bring the knees up towards the chest to get into that glute, and just let yourself stretch. Nice and easy. Let go of that left thigh. So unwrap it, put it on top of the right, bring your knees back up. Ending the way we started, curl the knees into the chest, chest into the knees. And then releasing, reach the legs long, arms long, a couple of inhales opposing directions. And then exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Release, and then one more before your Shavasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, completely let go. And come into your Shavasana, breathing in and out through the nose, scanning the body to see what you feel like today after your practice. I will see you, 4 minutes, or I will see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. At 2 p.m., sounds fun. Have a good day.
Wait,